What up? It's Jimmy Kimmel, and welcome to the rabbit hole. The hole where I do the research the mainstream media won't. Today on The Hole, I want to dig into a question I've been asking for quite a while. Is Donald Trump a time traveler? There's a lot of compelling evidence that says he is. If you study his speech patterns,
everything's computer.
He just doesn't seem like a man who fits into our modern times.
Look at my African American over here.
Another bigly tell that Trump is from another time is his thing about groceries. Groceries is a word no one has used for years until he dug it up.
Groceries, a term I used to use, it's sort of an old-fashioned term.
Groceries, it sort of says a bag with different things in it.
This goes all the way back to London, by the way. London wasn't always just a big line for a giant Ferris wheel. It used to be a pretty important city. And right across the river from where that giant Ferris wheel is, the word groceries started getting thrown around. Back in the 14th century, when a bunch of merchants opened the company of grocers at Grocers Hall. There it is, you see it with the red arrow. But take a look at the alley just a few blocks away where that gold star is. What's the place marked on the map by 3 6s? 6, 6, 6. The mark of the beast, Trump Alley. WTF. Okay, could be a coincidence. One ancient street named after Trump. That's not proof that Donald Trump was in England hundreds of years ago. Trump loves naming stuff after himself. If he was in London in the 1300s, there'd be more than just one place that carries his name. Like, for instance, maybe there'd be a Trumpington Village Hall built in 1908 with some anonymous donations, interesting. And one from the town's most famous resident, Dr. John Venn, the Venn who invented the diagram. We don't know that Trump funded that building, or do we? We do, even though we don't. Trumpington Village Hall made international news in 2013 when it scheduled a bondage and spanking workshop. Quote, after the snacks, Ian will take you through a variety of impact play methods and implements suitable for spanking both naughty and not so naughty bottoms. Well, punch my ass and call me Tony. The only thing Trump loves more than snacks is getting his bottom spanked. And have you ever noticed how much Trump's butt looks like a Venn diagram? You don't want to park in that intersection. And look at this. This is a TikTok video a British guy took of St. Bartholomew's 15th century church. And look who's carved into the side of that church. That Donald J. lump of granite and bird shit is older than America. Okay, but that's just one church, right? Wrong. This is a 1,000-year-old church in Nottinghamshire called Southwell Minster. And look who shows up again as a 700-year-old gargoyle. It's as plain as the nose that was once on his face. This church is known for its great pyramidal spires. Pyramidal, as in pyramids. If you don't already know how suspicious and demonic pyramids are, get the hell out of my hole. You still with us? This pointy church was designed by an architect named Ewan Christian, who is most well known for building the National Portrait Gallery in London. So I wondered if he hid other works of art that prove Trump isn't what he says he is. And after about 14 hours of searching, I uncovered this painting from the year 1770. Look at the fat face, the tiny hands. I mean, if we just replace that wig with his newer wig, it's definitely him. It's even painted in the same pose as his mugshot. When this mugshot was taken, Trump claimed he weighed 215 pounds. Now, we know that's not true. Trump hasn't weighed 215 pounds for hundreds of years. But we also know he never lies. So what did he mean? Pounds is also how the British say money. So if Trump had 215 pounds when he had his mugshot painted in 1770, how much would that be in today's money? According to the Bank of England inflation calculator, 215 pounds in 1770 is now 33,401. 33401. I've seen that number before, but where? It's the zip code for West Palm Beach, Florida. Remind me, where did Trump hold his victory celebration the night he was reelected? The Palm Beach County Convention Center, located at 650 Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. Do I even need to go on? Okay, let's get back to that mugshot for a second. Trump's inmate number was 1135809. That number doesn't mean anything, but if you scramble the number up, you get 5/01/1893, the opening date of the Chicago World's Fair. It's the first time anyone in the world, specifically Donald Trump, got to try out a new invention called, you guessed it, the Ferris wheel. The first ride in 1893 started Trump's lifelong love affair with Ferris wheels. He loves to get his picture taken with them. He proudly owned a Ferris wheel right outside the Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. He even brought one to the White House. But how can we be sure Trump was on the World's Fair Ferris wheel in 1893? Because the wheel's inventor, George Washington Ferris, said after it was over in 1893, he never got paid. Somebody screwed him out of the $750,000 he was owed. And who's the only person we know who, one, loves Ferris wheels, and two, loves screwing people out of money they're owed? It's all right there in the Venn diagram. Donald J. Trump.
I never pay bills when somebody does a bad job.
You just got spanked with the truth. That's all I got. Thanks for dipping in the hole. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, don't believe anything you hear unless you hear it from me.